Shit. It's Cuzzo. Shout to all my niggas locked down. We gon' get it right. Let's get it. This for real niggas never rap. Hold up.
Yo. This your boy Pesos, man. And this is episode 1 of season 6, man. We back at it. Subscribe, like, comment, share, violate that like button. You know what I'm saying? We can get the subscribers up to the channel. Listen, today's episode, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all leading up to today's episode, man. This is probably one of my most exciting episodes in the 6 seasons that I've been doing. I met this man in 2002. I mean, way before the prison bid. I mean, I met this man back in 2002. Me and this man made monumental moments together. We went on tour together. We went on the road. This man signed me to his independent music label down in Richmond, Virginia. My boy had shit on Smash. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend, Truth Parker. What's up, my boy?
What's good, man? What's going on, eh?
Oh man, I'm excited and elated to be here, man.
I'm
welcome home, first and foremost. Welcome the fuck home. Welcome the fuck home, my boy.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I've been getting that a lot, but you know, it means a lot more when it comes from people you actually care about, know they care for you. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong, cause I've been accepting collect calls. God damn it, for the past 12 months. Yo, just background history. The month I came home, that following month you went down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, couldn't wait to get home and get back with you. And as soon as I get back home, they snatch you. You know what I'm saying? And that fuck, that hurt. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? And seeing you go through the trials and tribulations of what you went through, and you know my story, because you somewhat. It's our history. We're gonna unpack and we're gonna unfold all that. You know what I'm saying?
All of that.
It's you know what I mean? Like we got so much history together, man. We just gonna start off and we're gonna go piece by piece with this shit, man. But first and foremost, man, how's it feel being home after 12 years in prison, man?
Absolutely wonderful, my nigga. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, simple words can't even explain, you know, the feeling that you get from just coming back to the world the way it is, and just, you know, breathing fresh air and not having to stand up for count and go to the chow hall and all that type of shit, man. Just, you know, it feels good, man. It feels lovely. I'm acclimating.
Tell me, because I know how I felt when the night you leaving, you know, you leaving like 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning, the case may be.
Yeah.
That night you leaving, like, as you know, because I did 9.5, 10. You walked 12 down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you start marking the calendars off, the little check shit, and then now it's like, yo, I'll go home tomorrow.
You know what, man? On the real, I didn't even do none of that shit. I never kept a calendar or nothing like that. I walked my shit down to the last day doing the same bid I did when I started. You know, it definitely seemed like more people around me that actually knew, you know, I was leaving and everything. This shit seemed like it was more on their mind than it was on mine. You know what I mean? Every time they see me, they're like, "Hey, you going home next week? Yeah, you going home tomorrow? You got 3 days." They counting this shit down. I wasn't counting this shit down. I'm still bidding. Cause I seen, and you know who I'm talking about, but I seen a partner of mine's, man, get down to his last day, go home, and they bagged him right back up and took him into something else. So I'm always on some shit like it ain't real till it's real.
Secret
you know what I mean? It ain't real till it's real. So
yes.
I was still bidding, man, up to the last day. So that even that last night, man, I slept good. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing. I got butterflies that morning, just looking at the clock, waiting on them to call me and shit. But you know, it wasn't no different than the rest of the days I spent in there.
The day that you spent in there. Yeah. Okay, now let's be clear. You did 12, correct, right?
Yeah.
Now
12 straight.
12 straight. How many different prisons?
7.
7 different jails.
Yeah, it was a state bid, so you know, I actually started up at a high level, and I worked my way down to a level 2. And actually, what's crazy is my last 2 months, not even 2 months, like my last month and a half, I was down on a level 2, and they shot me right back up to a level 5. So I actually stayed at a level 5 for my last month and a half.
So you went from chilling to high intensity
high intensity, hostile, murderous environment. I mean, as soon as I got off the bus, when they put me there, some niggas got blown the fuck up.
Yeah, because when I got word that you got moved, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought the worst. I thought the worst. I said they moved them 30 days short.
Yeah, I didn't know what they had.
I said, man, they about to hit him with another fucking indictment, bro. I said, man, I start researching shit. I'm looking for shit. I'm looking for another person that we know. I can't find him. That's making it worse. Like, see, I can't find him. I know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And shit got so crazy. And then when I found out where you was at, I'm like, they put him. I said, they trying to get him killed before he go home. Like,
yeah, and see that, and that's another reason why I said I bid it all the way to the door. And niggas, they fucked my bid up with that transfer right there, and I didn't really know what to expect. What was it for? Nothing. They had us on 24-hour lockdown when I first got there for 2 weeks. Pack up, let's go. You already know how they do, man. They don't tell you nothing. Just pack up.
Damn. All right, so let's get into the experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
The day you went to jail.
Yeah.
Was there anything different about that day? Or anything you did different that day that you could have been like, it was weird and I knew something was happening?
Nah, man, they tricked me. They got me good. You know what I mean? Because for one, well, let me just say this. For one, my case wasn't something that I went out and did and got caught for. You know what I mean? This was years later that they came after me for something I did years prior. Right, almost a 15-year gap. So at the time when they came to get me, you know, I'm like total legit. I'm running businesses and stores and things like that.
That's the past now, right? Shit done. Shit
is old. You know what I mean? So I'm not even thinking of it. 15 years old. So I'm not even thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's thinking a nigga got away type shit.
So usually when it's something like that, it had to be somebody involved that was,
of course,
talking and saying some things.
Well, unless they just came across some new evidence or some shit.
Now, was this a close person to you, a relative?
Who?
The person who put them on you for something that you did 15 years ago?
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't know that at first, but what came to light, you know, through you know, when you retain your lawyer and everything, and you get in the position of starting to fight your case, they send you what is called your motion of discovery.
Yes.
But I heard they don't even do that no more. You can't even get copies of it. But when I went, now you can't even
get copies of your discovery.
No, you can see it, but you got to look at it at your lawyer's office. They can't give it to you. They can't.
So you can't study your case.
Nope.
Damn. Ain't that violate your fucking due process? That's not violation of.
This is what they do in Virginia. I don't know where they do that anywhere else.
That's Commonwealth. They kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah,
that's totally enabling you from, you know what I'm saying? Because you're reading it with somebody watching over you. You know, when you get your motion discovery, you read that thing about 2 in the morning, 1, 2 in the morning, where you really be like, let me look, and you can match conversations up. You can hear the tone of voice through reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know who this is. I know who says it.
This thick. It was like a dictionary.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Because it had been like an open investigation from way back. So everything that's been involved in the investigation was in my motion of discovery. So back to your question though, was like, once I got my motion of discovery and start going through it, like you said, I realized like what was really going on. You know what I mean? I knew what was going on when they came and got me. Well, not when they came in my store, because I was opening my place of business.
Okay.
It was like 9 in the morning. Coming to work like any other day. I think I had just went to the bank. No, I came to the spot, picked up my deposits and things like that, went to the bank, made the deposits in the bank, and I was coming back to the store to open up. When I walked in the store, opened up, turned the lights on and everything, getting ready for, you know, actual business. You know, SWAT team came through the door. It was like 6 officers with the whole SWAT shit on, big AR-15s, everything like that. They came in. Now, the business that I was running at the time was a smoke shop. We wasn't selling weed. Like, weed wasn't legal then.
So what year was this?
This was in 2013.
2013. So you had a smoke shop in 2013.
Yeah, but they call it a smoke shop, but we were selling like pipes and grinders.
So before everybody get hit to that shit the last year. You was doing that shit 14, 15 years ago.
Well, yeah, but it's funny you hint on that because even the dispensaries and things that they doing now, I was doing that 25 years ago when shit wasn't even legal. You know what I mean?
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Okay.
Come get everything. But yeah, so I opened up the business, opened up shop that day, that morning, and they come through the door, on some get down on the floor type shit. And immediately I was thinking it had to do everything with the shop. Because even though you running a smoke shop and you selling these paraphernalia and things like that, I used to have to hang up signs all around that said, don't say the word that rhymes with wrong.
Right.
Calm.
Right.
Things like that, and hoping people catch the message, because if they come in there and ask for a bomb, I have to kick them out the store. Literally. I have to say, excuse me, sir, I don't sell those, but can you leave? Please, can you leave? And if they don't, I gotta literally push them out the store, because at any given time, and mind you, this is Virginia, Commonwealth, at any given time, they send plants in there and things just to simply do that.
Right.
Ask you for a bomb and see if you're actually going to sell it to them. And once you do that, they know that that's used for marijuana purposes.
So now you're originally from Jersey?
Jersey bred, born, man.
Jersey bred, born. So what year did you go down to Virginia? And what made you go down to Virginia? Out of all places that Commonwealth.
I went down to Virginia, man. It was like the end of my junior year in high school.
Okay.
I moved down there with my grandparents. I was living with my grandparents at the time.
Okay.
They wanted to go down to Virginia. Jersey was getting too crazy for them. I kept getting kicked out of schools and everything like that. They felt like I would have a better, even though it's like the end of my high school, I ain't gonna say career, but the end of high school, it was the end of my junior year.
Right.
So I went down there then, you know what I mean, and finished up my senior year out there in Richmond. And that's how I actually, I was already a street nigga up here in the mix and everything like that. Right. So when I went down there, I kind of just got tied right into a bunch of street niggas down there. They was showing me this, showing me that.
Right.
Linking me with the guns and linking me with the drugs, and you know how that goes.
Now how was it integrating with the guys from the South down there? Were they welcoming, or were they like?
Like when I went down there, man. This was a while ago. This was in '94 when I went down there, and it seemed like a lot of up top dudes was migrating down there at that time.
Okay.
So there was a lot of niggas from New York, a lot of niggas from Jersey, Philly, places like that was coming down there. In the high school that I had went to, it was a large group of, I would say, probably about 20, 25 of us in total.
Okay.
That was from up top. And I think just from coming up top down south, historically, it's always been a little beef and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But I was young, you know what I mean? I was still a teenager. I wasn't even an adult yet. So just being around other teenagers and shit, they was a lot more welcoming.
Right.
For the simple fact that I was something that they weren't really used to. You know what I mean? This is a time when you're talking about Nas, it came out, Biggie's Hot, Wu-Tang, shit like that.
Right.
The East Coast, New York hip-hop and Jersey hip-hop was the thing. So coming from that area, coming from that space, they kind of looked at you like, yo, like, damn, you look like them niggas that we watch on TV type shit. You walk like them, you talk like them, you dress like them.
When I came down 2003, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so they wasn't like giving me the standoffish type shit and everything like that. Now, mind you, now if you venture out, into the projects in the city and all of that type of shit, you might get some of that if you coming through there, because they like kind of tight knit. They don't like outsiders. Never did.
Right.
Up top niggas always been a problem. In Richmond niggas always been tearing niggas' heads off, and we tear they niggas' heads off, and it's always been back and forth.
Back and forth thing, yeah.
But I was in the county. So I was in Henrico County, which is like a suburb that's right off of Richmond. We consider it Richmond, but it's not.
Right. It's not, right.
When you step foot outside of Richmond, other places, we just say, yeah, I'm from Richmond, but it's really not. It's the county.
The county, okay.
And that's a lot different now than it was then.
Oh yeah, I could definitely I could imagine. Like I said, I ain't gonna hold you, I had a good time down there when I went down there.
Mm-hmm.
But I went down there on the wrong type of time. I mean, not knowing, and I had no idea.
Yeah, you was a little wild.
I had no idea that the Commonwealth and all that shit, I had no idea. But I just lost my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I was young. You know what I'm saying? Now, explain to me what when you realized what was against you.
What you mean?
Like as far as when you got all the information.
Out of my emotional discovery?
Out of emotional discovery. You got all your information. You got everything you need.
Oh my God.
Now describe that feeling like whole shit. Like, okay, these motherfuckers got me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Like,
yo, I was crushed, my nigga. I was crushed. I wasn't like, I mean, obviously, you think about everything that they have in your indictment, everything that you have in front of you that you're reading, that obviously these people know about, the whole investigation, all the people that they've spoken to, all the people that's given statements, this, that, and the third. Like, I was crushed, my nigga, because, you know, I got a long history of taking care of people. Like, I go hard for the people I fuck with. And always have.
I can agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I can agree with that.
So to see these names on paper and read the stories and things that they telling the boys, it was heartbreaking, bro. Because, you know, like, I've put myself in positions where it's been like life or death situations
for somebody else.
I've put myself in positions of doing major prison time and all of that type of shit behind somebody else.
And it's like
and to see them names on paper,
it's like a feeling like we supposed to be exempt. Like,
yeah, like me? You tell on me?
Like me? I'm the realest motherfucker you know. It's like, why would you tell them like?
And everybody but me? Like, come on, man. So yeah, it was fucked up, my nigga.
Yeah, I can agree.
It's no feeling. It's no feeling that I can describe to give you like a sense of how that might feel unless that's actually happened to you. But I can tell you, like, it ain't a good feeling. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the worst in the world. So to see people turn on you, betray you.
So let's fast forward to sentencing day.
Yeah.
You knew what you were going to get sentenced to, or what?
Yeah, I did, but you know what? All right, so ultimately, I wound up taking a plea deal.
Okay.
Right? Now, there's a reason behind that. Anybody that's took a plea deal before will know that typically you don't take the first one that they give you.
Nah.
Right?
Nah.
So, let me just say this. Initially, the prosecutors was looking for a life sentence for me. That's what they wanted. That's what they told my lawyer. That's what they said. We're giving this guy a life sentence. He deserves it. So, and mind you, like I said, this is for a crime that was committed 15 years prior.
So
right?
do you think they treated it different because it was 15 years older versus if it had happened like that month or so? You think it was less aggressive, more aggressive?
Well, this is the thing. When something is old, like this was a cold case, all right, a cold case homicide.
Okay.
At that point, when they really don't have nothing to go on, like we just said, now what they went on was information coming from somebody else. Obviously, I guess we'll get to that, but at this point, this is just a 15-year-old open case on a homicide. They're happy to close the books.
Right.
They're happy to go tell the victim's family we got him.
We got him. Right.
You know what I mean? So however that happens, however that takes place, it's a win on on them.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I guess because of the severity of the crime and things, where it happened at, and the aftermath of it, just the whole thing, kind of put them in a place of saying like because in all actuality, it wasn't just that one particular crime. They actually wanted to pin me down with about four different crimes of that same nature. And they said, well, we know that you're involved and everything like that. We know this, we know that, but we really are focusing on this one because this is the one we have a cooperating witness for. Because mind you, like in my case particularly, they didn't have no physical evidence. They didn't have no eyewitnesses. They didn't have nothing but hearsay and circumstantial evidence. You know what I mean?
But they try to stack the odds against you and get more than one person on you too.
Well, there was more people involved.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nonetheless, they were seeking a life sentence because of everything that was there. But what happened was the first plea that they threw out to me was like 40 years. Now, mind you, I'm like 31, 32 years old at this time.
Right.
40 years? That's a life sentence. What are you talking about? I'm not 19. And even, any time it's 40 years, like, you're crazy. Who takes that? So, I told my lawyer, I might as well just fight the case. You know what I mean? That's 40
and
years.
Was your lawyer in supportive, or he was like...
No, he was, lawyers always try to get in your corner for, oh, yeah, you got this, you got that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I paid him a lot of bread. He was one of the top lawyers in Richmond at the time. You know what I mean? And I paid my way, for sure. So I was expecting a good return on my investment.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I told him, I guess it's his job, I'm supposing, to report to me what the prosecutors want to do. If they say, hey, we're going to give him a plea for 40 years, it's his job to tell me that. Now, whether he agrees with it or not, it's still up to me whether I want to take it. He has to present it.
He got to present it, exactly.
You know what I mean? So he presented it. And I told him, man, shove that shit up your ass. That 40 years is a life sentence.
It's a life sentence.
That sounds the same as what they was just asking.
What, would do half or do 25? Like, the fuck?
So then they wound up...
Parole in 25.
Virginia don't have parole. They stopped parole in 95. So if you didn't catch a crime or get sentenced before 95, there is no parole. You're doing 85% of your time.
That's
point
it.
Blank.
Shit.
40 years, that mean you're going to do, what, 32?
32 years. Yeah.
32, 33 years?
33 years.
Come on, man. So anyway, we go back and forth. Long story short, we going back and forth. They wound up coming back with a 20.
Okay.
And not only that, they said, well, because like I said, other people was involved, but other people weren't being pursued. I was the only one being pursued.
I was going to ask, so you was the only one that, out of everybody that was involved, they came after you?
I was the only one being pursued. Other people was in my motion of discovery. They knew other people were involved, but I think because of the confidential informants that were involved pointing their fingers at me, they felt as though they could come at me hoping that I would turn and say, well, it wasn't just me, it was him too, and him too, and him. But, I don't rock like that.
Brown.
So what they wound up doing was making me a deal to say, all right, take this. We're not pursuing nobody else. We're going to dismiss your gun charges. We just want you to take this body
so we can close
with this time, and we want to close the case. So, obviously that's something to think about. 20 years is a long fucking time. But at the time, my kids, I just had kids. I had 4 kids at the time, and they were kind of young. You know what I mean? So all I could think about was them. Like, at least I'll still be able to come out and see them at some point in time.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking with the 20-year thing. But what actually happened though, when I finally did go to court and they sentenced me and everything like that, they wound up giving me the 40 years. Like when he said 40 years and slammed the gavel down, I almost fainted in that motherfucker. But he also said 25 of them was going to be suspended.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And actually more than, I'm sorry,
now
28 of it.
Now you knew
suspended.
You knew this was coming, or
knew what was coming?
That they were going to suspend time.
Hell no.
So it wasn't. So when they offered you the plea,
they offered me a plea for 15 to 20.
You signed that,
right? But you know, in Virginia, the judge doesn't have to go by that. That's not like locked and solid. This is a deal that I'm making with the prosecutor. This is what the prosecutor is going to go for.
That the judge.
Well, usually the judge goes with what the prosecutor says.
Right.
Usually. That's why they do that. You know what I mean? And this is what the prosecutor was willing to offer me and willing to go with. And they were going to tell the judge, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what we want. Blase, blase, blah. Usually the judge goes with that.
Right.
But he don't have to.
Nah.
So you can't really go in
there. They gave the federal judges that same right about 2010. They gave them the right to exceed or go above or under the guideline.
Yeah, you can go above or under. Like I said, they don't have to. They can do what the fuck they want to do. Right. So going in that day for sentencing, obviously, you know, you still nervous and shit. You like, damn, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, is he gonna take what they want, or is he gonna go above, or is he gonna go under?
Right.
It could work out a lot of ways. So I didn't know what to expect, man. I knew what they told me, 15, 20, something in between there, da. But when that motherfucker said 40, oh God. I almost fainted in that motherfucker. I didn't even hear him say
legs got weak.
Such and such was suspended.
Right.
I didn't even, my lawyer had to tell me that. Like, you know, yeah, you still got like a 15, 16 year sentence. Off of that, you're gonna do 13, 12, 13, something like that. You have good behavior or whatever. So yeah, that was kind of like, wow.
So now you calculate in your mind real quick. All right, 15, I'm going to do 12 and a half. I'm going to do around that time. All right, cool. You go back in the bullpen. You on your way back to the jail.
Yeah.
Thought process.
I was at ease, man, that it was over with. That fucking whole waiting to the sentencing period, the trial, like all of that shit was frustrating as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was really more keen and tuned in on, and the jail bid is fucked up. Everybody knows a jail bid is fucked up.
That county jail shit, right?
You know you about to get time. You waiting for your time. My whole thing was, give me my time and let me go start this motherfucking bid, man. The faster I can start this bid, the faster it'll be over.
Okay. So now, before we get to you leaving the county, we all know that the county has its own experiences in it.
Yeah, I was actually in all of the county jails. Cause
Riverside.
I went to Riverside. I went to Henrico. I went to Richmond and Chesterfield.
See, we did the federal circuit. Pamunkey. The other jail was Pamunkey. The other one, Rappahannock, whatever the shit called.
I didn't ever do the Fed one, but
so
I ducked that one.
In the county jail now, did you ever have anybody like try to jump on your case? Anybody try to?
Yeah, I had a couple. It was in my motion of discovery actually. You know what's crazy? You say that because I had done county bids and city jail bids prior to this one. Right. Now, mind you, keep in mind, I said, now this case is 15 years old. So within that 15-year span of me catching these indictments and stuff, I had done little county bids here, a year here, a year and a half here, a year here. Right. So there was things in my motion of discovery from my little different stints in jails where people was trying, like people knew me from places and had heard about certain things or whatever the case may be, and was definitely trying to like bait a nigga in, and some of these niggas was actually working for the people, yo. It's like, you know what, man? It's mind-boggling when you think you know somebody or you're dealing with somebody or don't deal with him, but you know who he is. But to actually see his fucking statements on paper and shit that he's working with people, like this is what he does, that shit is mind-boggling, bro.
That shit is mind-boggling.
Who the fuck does that? Like, I be wondering, are you getting paid for this? Are you getting
listen,
like, what are you doing?
I just posted a post a couple weeks ago. The salary for informants, and some of these informants are on a 6-figure salary, bro.
The fuck out of here.
Oh, bro, some of these, I think in Arizona, they're making like $102,000 a year. In DC, $90,000.
What are they like, just jumping on cases?
Confidential informant. You might have to go inside the jails. You might have to go be somebody's celly. You might have to go out of town and get up under somebody. Like they work. They work, bro. They work. Like they really work. Like they really work. Okay, look, tomorrow we're coming to get you. We're gonna suit you up. We gotta put you in Essex County Jail. We're gonna put you in the cell with this guy. You got to get him to tell you that he shot the little boy. You get him to tell you that, we'll transfer you the next day. You know what I'm saying? And you wake up and this nigga's packing out and he's leaving, and you think he going to medical some fucking where, and you gonna see him in court again.
The whole time he on your shit.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because
that's what it is.
Here it is. Me and you was doing these things. We was having a ball, getting to the money, getting to the women, getting to the cars, getting to the partying, getting to the drugs, enjoying all the fucking festivities of getting money. You know what I'm saying? We got to put in work. Shit happens. Now we get jammed up, and you like, nah, I'm not doing this. No. And some judges still punish the rat. Like, no, fuck that. You're not gonna get away because you're telling your friends. Like a lot of times after they tell, they get treated like shit. They put you in the same jail as the niggas you told on, hoping you get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like they really, it's fucked up. Like even in my situation,
I was gonna say, I think your situation speaks to that.
My situation, me and this particular dude, I took a real live light. Like when I came down to Virginia, I was depressed. I came down to Virginia November 1st, 2002. My mother died on the 12th. Went in the hospital on the 3rd and never came home. You know what I'm saying? When I met Lamar, and Lamar introduced me to D, and D introduced me to Randy, and Randy introduced me to that, and I wanted to meet you. It was like, yo, y'all was my family down there. You know what I'm saying? And when shit got real, and you reading the statements, say how you just said, reading the statements, and you watching the news, and you like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what are we?
It's fucked up, man.
What are we doing here, bro? Like, damn, like, we did what we said we was gonna do. Why you letting them turn you against me? Like, what the fuck I do to you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know if it be like something that just clicks in niggas' heads, or whether they just not built solid from the start. You know what I mean? I think sometimes when we put niggas in positions that we put them in, I think we overlook the fact that they don't be ready for these positions.
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying? And
when you think of that term, the red flags.
Yeah, the red flags.
And you sit back in your cell and you think, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't go fuck. I say Randy name. I don't go fuck. Fuck him. I sit back and I think about Randy's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Over the time that we've been rocking. And I know that he's soft for his woman. You know what I'm saying?
Look, wait. Let me stop you for 1 second.
Talk to me.
I'm not going to talk about him. I'm going to listen to you talk about him.
Okay.
But I'm not going to talk about him because, you know,
it's a very sensitive situation. I get it.
And out of respect for certain people,
I get it.
I'm not gonna speak on him, but I listen. I totally understand what you're saying. I vouch for everything you're saying. I feel like you. The situations are very similar in ways where I know you feel that pain. You know what I mean, and I can understand it.
I love bro. Like that was my, you know what I mean? Like that was, you always gonna have crews inside crews, and out of a crew of 4, you always gonna have a 2 and 2. That was my guy. Like deep conversations and
I knew her since she was like this.
You know what I'm saying? Like
grow up.
And my nigga,
I was surprised to see him with y'all and everything.
My nigga get busy in the street. I'm gonna keep it 100. My nigga get busy in the street.
Yeah.
Like and that's where the mind-boggling thing. Cause I done met niggas in the street that's like, bro, look, I sell a drug or two, but that street shit, I ain't with it. And I can respect those type of niggas because I know what I'm saying. But like when you with the shit and we mobbing in a certain type of way, I'm bringing you up top. I'm introducing you to my guys up top. Like now it's like to have you on the opposite side of me. It's just like, my nigga, like what the fuck, bro? Like
I know.
I'm saying. Even with the situation with Devion, we both went and we all went into the feds for a gun store robbery, and some of us never came home with homicide charges. I mean, do I wish that on him? No. And I get ridiculed sometimes, like, how you feel sorry for your snitch? Listen, I have a heart at the end of the day. Do I want to see that man do that whole 47 years he got hit with? Fuck no. That was foul. That was
for something he didn't do.
And he doing innocent time. My man doing innocent, and that's the worst time.
And he was with me on a daily basis and stuff, so I know his temperament, I know his heart, I know everything. I know the nigga worked for me. He held my stores and shit down and everything. He the one that introduced you to me.
He's the reason why we are here right now together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I forgave him. I know that listen, when I came home after we all got done with our biz, his mom reached out to me. His mom said, yo, can I give him your number? He want to talk to you. Now, of course, my first thought was, man, fuck that. But then I'm like, you know what? So much has transpired in these 10 years. So many blessings have came. Yeah. So much shit has positive things that happened to me. Let me hear him out.
Yeah.
Let me hear him out. We had a conversation. He told me, I apologize.
At least you gave him the opportunity to do that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm man enough. I'm man enough, and I grew enough. Me coming in wouldn't have done that.
I'm about to say, because that's a process in itself.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, obviously.
Let me hear him out. I apologize.
Yeah.
I did some bullshit. I was scared. I never been through no shit like this in my life. But my nigga, I didn't lie on nobody. I just said what we all did, bro. I just told him the story of what happened that morning to that afternoon. He said, but this shit right here, it don't make it okay. It don't make it okay.
You're supposed to keep that.
But once again, if we're going to look at red flags, I seen red flags in him too. In certain situations.
That's crazy, because I never really saw red flags in him like that. You know what I'm
saying? Previously before that.
I saw red flags.
Hey, yo, I don't know if you knew, me and D had beef for a minute.
Nah, I didn't know nothing about that.
D left me in a robbery one day.
Oh, yeah?
Shit got real, and it wound up getting real, and bro was in the car when I got to the car.
Well, check this out, though. Let me say this about D. I've never took D on no missions. I've never, other than him running my store, my place of business, and sliding in some illegal sales and business here and there and things like that, I never put that type of pressure on him to be around me to do any type of major things. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, D ran up and down the highway with me.
Driving ass nigga.
Trunk full of drugs, everything like that, back and forth. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Let's go. You know, he's done all of that for me. I've sent him on other little things to do here and there. And actually, coming to find out from me talking to you previously or whatever, coming to find out you was probably with him and actually took care of the business that I asked him to do.
Right. It was like it was a
But to my knowledge at the time,
right.
I thought he was always pretty solid.
It was a different
he
side of a person.
No questions and back and forth. We never had no discrepancies, no nothing. He took care and handled the business I always asked him to do, and that's all I had looked for him to do.
Right.
I never really put him in a position to be like, let me see if I can take this nigga to the next level.
Exactly.
If he bought it. You know what I mean? I never did that to him.
Exactly.
I never really saw those red flags, man. I just, from what I saw,
it was my
I always
fault,
say
bro.
He was pretty solid.
I can, and this is why I never complained about the time I had to do it, because I know I was thirsty in that situation. I had some shit going on in my personal world. I needed that for something. You know what I'm saying? And I forced that. And I know I forced that because right before what happened, Randy looked at me and said, yo, you sure about this? And any other time in my life, more than a dozen times in my life when that has been said, I've aborted the mission. Yeah. And this particular time I didn't. So whatever the outcome was of that, I took that. Because I knew better. I fucking knew better. I was supposed
with me knowing that whole situation and everything else, all of the other variables and factors that was going on at the time, I can see where you was probably just pressing the go button a lot more.
It was a lot going on.
A lot of shit was going on.
It was.
I was already on the run.
We had a lot.
The whole situation was kind of blown through the roof.
Within 60, 90 days, our whole fucking our whole operation got flipped upside down, bro.
I was pressing D on certain things. I was up in Jersey at the time on the run. Everything like
shit was real.
Closed down. It was a lot. Money wasn't being properly distributed.
We was good, bro. We was good. You made it. You provided.
So I can see where you press the go button.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
just
let's the red flag.
Let's get this off. And it was clean. We got it off. It was clean.
Yeah.
It was smooth. Got it off.
Almost.
Just the whole aftermath with the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't cry about that. I take that. You know what I'm saying? I take that. It was my fault. I learned from that. I'm going to move on from that. So that was made me, be able to have that conversation with bro. You know what I'm saying? And to hear him damn near break on the phone, to hear him break, I said, bro, listen, it's going to be okay, bro.
I have yet to have a conversation with him.
It's going to be okay. And that was big for me to talk to. The first was Randy finished the food. D started the plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But D came to court and told me, they put us in the bullpen expecting us to kill each other.
Yeah,
right? They put us in the bullpen. I'm in there waiting to go to court, sleep, I hear the door open. I see him first thing first. Motherfucker. Yeah. As soon as I was going to pop on him while he was handcuffed. You come in cuff, you got to turn around, put your hand to the thing. It was about to be up. D said, yo, they want us to fight each other. I'm about to stand up like, okay, as soon as he come in this motherfucking bullpen, it's up. The CO standing by the window. I said, okay, it's. He said, yo, plead not guilty. I'm gonna change my whole statement. I'm gonna change everything up, yo. I'm gonna change everything up. And he did it. He went in. The prosecutor was like, yo, we had a deal, motherfucker. How you gonna change? He said, man, fuck that.
Well, at least you had the opportunity to see the nigga switch coach.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not taking the Band-Aid off. I'm just putting a little more of that orange shit on it to clean the wound. You know what I'm saying? He did a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the Band-Aid shit. It's still scab when it's soft. You know what I mean? It ain't hard. It's a hard scab, soft.
Yeah, I haven't had that opportunity.
And and just to know that he's doing that innocent time. And during my time, I've been around niggas that's done innocent time, and they hurt every day. They hurt every day.
It's different.
They hurt every day. They walk the yard in a fucking space like they be.
Because they know that I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm not supposed to be here.
You see these gates, you see these guards, you see these dogs, you see these cement blocks and walls, you see these bars. Word. You know that you're not supposed to be
here. I met a guy, he was a limo driver. Yeah. Had like 4 limousines, right, running for him. He used to just walk, he'd be in space. He done twisted all his dreads out. He had dreads. He got like half a dread, half bald head. Stressed. And he just is like, man, my family think I'm some fucking drug lord.
I can't explain.
And I said, what you? He said, bro, I drive. He said, I get an itinerary and I roll up in the Chanel. I don't know if I take you somewhere and you go kill somebody. I don't know what the fuck you just went in there and did. I'm your limo driver. But because I didn't cooperate, because I don't know nothing, I was inside the case.
I've ran across a lot of people who didn't do the crime per se, but didn't tell on who did the crime either. Right. And they wound up with a racket. Sometimes more time than the person who actually committed the crime.
Now, you had a big case.
Yeah.
You was on the news every day for weeks. Mm-hmm. Now, I did a segment called Jailhouse Celebrity. Because I was on the news every day.
Is that a thing?
Yes. When you walked through that tier, did you not feel like that's.
You know what, man? Look, check this out.
Niggas want to introduce themselves to you. Niggas want to talk to you.
When I first got to the jail, they took me to the Richmond City Jail first because that's where the actual crime that they charged me with was committed in Richmond City Jail. And it had been on the news prior that they had information leading to a suspect, things of that nature. They had never put my face out yet, nothing that. But they was hinting that, we looking for a guy, such and such and such and such. So when I got indicted that day, like I said, when they came to that store and caught me, took me to the city jail. When I walked, most certainly. When I walked in the joint, people didn't really per se know who I was, other than the people that already knew me.
Okay.
But the next day, when the newspaper came out, see, in the jail at that time, each tier would get the newspaper every day. And whoever's, up at 6 a.m. out there, they get the newspaper, they read it, they pass it to the next nigga. The one paper gets passed around to everybody. Now, like I said, I had just came in the day before, so, I'm fucked up. I don't want to be here. I got everything going on in my mind, like who I need to call, what I need to do, how I need to scrape up this money. Am I going to get a bond? Like, I'm thinking about everything possible other than actually being in here. I'm sleeping late. I'm laying in the bed. I'm not even coming out I don't want breakfast. I'm not eating that shit. All I'm thinking, I'm just waiting for them to give me a bond. They give me a bond, I'm gone.
Out of here, right.
So, I didn't see the paper. But it had already been passed around the pod. So everybody else seen the paper. So by the time I come out, out my door that morning, all eyes was on me. And I'm looking like, damn. Now, I've been in jail bids before, Henrico jails, Richmond jail, I've been in these jails before, and when, I'm from up top and shit, I already know like it's a slippery slope that you walk through when you're in these spots because you're outnumbered.
Right.
And unless you know people, which I did, I knew a few people and stuff like that, but I'm not from Southside, I'm not from the North Side, I'm not from Mosby Court, Jackson Ward, I'm not from none of that shit. Right. I live in Henrico, I'm a straggler is what they call us, and I hustled on Chamberlain. So, coming out the room that morning, or later on in the afternoon or whatever, and all eyes is on me, like everywhere I'm walking, motherfuckers is looking at me like, and when you see that type of shit, you think, all right, it's up. These niggas
is up. Right.
Damn. So I'm standing, back against the wall type shit, arms folded and everything, just watching niggas and shit. I'm a watcher anyway. I don't do a whole lot of talking. I do more listening and watching than anything else.
Very true.
I'm just watching and watching and watching. I don't know what's going on. I'm just thinking like, these niggas is up to something. So I finally go back in I don't know what I went back in my room, back in my cell for, I can't remember, but my cellie came in the joint with the paper. And he was like, yo, bro, you might want to tear this out the paper.
Too late now, the whole fucking...
The whole dorm done read it already. So, right. Like, but he was telling me, he putting me on like, yo, you might want to tear this out the paper, bro, but this is you right here. So that's when I get the article, right? I'm looking at the article, I'm reading it. And what's crazy is, this is the wildest shit ever. It's not only me in the article, right? It's an article, but it got two faces side by side.
Okay.
It's got me, and it's got this other nigga who's known as the Grim Reaper.
The little light and ugly motherfucker.
Right.
With the fucking...
Big blood nigga, done beat about 10 murders, and he's on trial for another one. They went and indicted him, got him the same day they got me.
So they got you.
They got both of us together.
So y'all co-defendants.
And the whole joint is talking about both of our cases in one column.
So in the eyes of the unknown, y'all Cody's.
If not Cody's, but at least we know each other and we work together.
Right.
And this dude is well known, well established in Richmond. So they put in my face with his, they like, oh, this nigga's already the Grim Reaper. This nigga got 20 bodies. He must be like...
That's his man, right.
That's his man type of shit. Wow, they got them both the same day. And the article says, you know, two guys got indicted and arrested for multiple bodies years apart. That's how they put the joint in the article. So yeah, everybody's looking at me when I come out the joint.
Crazy
this crazy ass nigga up in there with us. And so after he brought that to me and was like, yo, you should tear that shit out, man, so can't nobody else get it. But like you said, the whole tier done seen it already. So then after that, yeah, it was more so like niggas want to check up on you, make sure you alright. Yo, old school. Yo, you need the phone? You need the phone?
Sure. Do you need a call? Do you need anything?
Everybody's on it like...
I'll make sure you need it. You sure?
Shit. It's Cuzzo. Shots on my niggas locked down. We gon' get it right. Let's get it. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down. G-War Chronicles for all my niggas locked down. This for real niggas, got knocked holding the fam down. G-War Chronicles for all my mans locked down. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down. G-War Chronicles for all my niggas locked down. This for real niggas, got knocked holding the fam down. G-War Chronicles for all my mans locked down. I know how it feels to wake up fucked up. The heat broke as hell, another night in the cell, the food trash. Bro in the town, sound like 2 bands. Static on the tail, get your face clapped for 2 packs. Shackled on the bus, we a long way from home now. Bitch, you was loving, ain't answering the phone now. Keep your mind focused, cause anytime it might go down. 50 clip the ball, OGs like young and slow down. Do 4 rounds, spin the yard with like-minded bosses. Story about women in bricks, Benzes and Porsches. Be the snitch out his night, get commissary extorted. Crackers on that bullshit, I swear, so it's more shit. Look close, you can see the pain in the nigga eyes. Hit the weight shack, 5 sets, 225. Free all of the guys, whether it's 5 or it's 25. Free my little bro, broken justice gave my nigga life. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down. G-War Chronicles for all my niggas locked down. This for real niggas, got knocked holding the fam down. G-War Chronicles for all my mans locked down. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down. G-War Chronicles for all my niggas locked down. This for real niggas, got knocked holding the fam down. G-War Chronicles for all my mans locked down.